Hello, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this lovely Monday afternoon, evening, even. As you can see, we're all here. Looking as lovely as ever. It's the other way. Point away from the screen. It's very confusing. So we're going to have a fun night, I can tell. We always do. We always have a good night. Tonight,
absolutely,
it's going to be an evening of blind readings. So hopefully we will get quite a few readings in tonight. If you are able, please share into the groups that you're associated with. Tonight, Irene's going to opening prayer, and then I'm going to say the Lord's Prayer, and then Irene's going to read a poem for us, and then we'll kick off. Alberta, if you've got no sound, I think everybody else is okay. So if anybody can just pop a comment to say whether you can hear us. If you can't hear me, you won't comment, but there we are.
You're getting confused, love.
I am. It's not good. It's not good. But we will carry on as if people can hear us until we hear otherwise. So, Irene, if you could open in prayer, please, for me, love.
Yes, I certainly will. Good evening, everybody. Hope you are all well. Would you please like to join me in the opening prayer? Thank you very much. Dear Lord, Divine Father God, thank you for this short time spent this evening with all these lovely people that have come to listen to us. We ask that our guides, our families, our friends, our inspirers, and our animals come and join us to give us messages of proof of life everlasting. Could I please send healing out, Father, to all the world? You know where it's needed most. And could I also send a prayer of healing for our wonderful Mother Earth and our animal kingdom? And for all those who are in transition or about to make their transition back home to spirit, we know that they will be met by their families and with love and kindness. And at the end of this service, Lord, it will all be handed back to you in love, light, joy, peace, truth, and honesty. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
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 Thank you.
Right, the poem that I've got this evening for you, I can't remember. I haven't got a signature on this, so I can't remember if I wrote it or if I found it somewhere. But I hope you enjoy it. It's just called My Love. My teardrops flow like a river. My heart was broken in two. I was lost and felt alone. I did not know what to do. I would sit for hours and just stare into space. Even though my body was here, my mind was in a different place. Then one day I realized this is not how you would want me to be. That even though you have gone, you are still here with me. You would want me to carry on, to live the life I have. You would want me to be happy. You would hate me to be sad. One day I will understand, even though we are not together, that the bond we shared in life keep us together forever. You walk with me each day. You help to keep me strong till the day I realize that you have never gone. It is okay to be happy. Yes, I need to grieve. But inside my heart, I know what I believe. I believe love lasts forever. I believe in heaven above. I believe when time is right, we will meet again, my love.
Thank you.
Oh,
that was
that's
beautiful.
lovely.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you.
It was. That was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Well,
Oh,
I thought it was quite appropriate with this horrible virus and other illnesses going around. You know,
definitely.
there's so many people lost loved ones that I think sometimes upliftment is needed. And that's what spoke to me tonight, because I always ask Spirit to help me to choose what I'm going to read.
Exactly.
Lovely.
Well, everything we do on here is done from spirit.
Through spirit. Yeah.
Through spirit.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, of course,
is.
Lisa. Lisa Scott's just asked if we can send a prayer out for that poor pilot whose plane crashed in the sea this morning.
Oh yeah, this morning.
Of course.
Oh, yes.
I hope he's found soon for his family to give them some closure. Bless them.
Yeah.
Bless
It was
them.
on the news. They have found his body. They
Have
have
they?
found his body. It was yes. They have found his
Oh,
body,
right.
unfortunately. So
Oh.
we will send a special prayer. Thank you, Lisa.
Yes, thank you
Yes,
for
it's,
reminding me. I'll put that on the list for tonight. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we shall do as many readings as we can tonight. Oh gosh. Sorry, a gentleman's just jumped in and pushed himself to the front. Right. I have to say, I have a gentleman who's come in, and this gentleman, as he's coming in with me, as he came in, he took my breath, and he's making it feel like I'm really struggling to hold breath long enough to speak, if that makes sense. So I know this will be a condition of his prior to his passing, and I do feel this gentleman's coming through on quite a paternal link. So he's coming through as either a father or grandfather figure for me, and he's also coming through. He says, "Well, forget about the end of my life now. I want to talk about my life and remember my good times." And he's given me a real sense of joy and playfulness and upliftment. And whoever this is for must be struggling a little bit at the minute, like we said earlier, and must be just feeling a bit low and in need of upliftment, like Irene was saying. So he's also given me George. George would be significant around the family. I'm not saying that's this chap's name, but I know a George will be around the family as well. And the 27th of a month must mean something as well, because I've got the 27th of a month. When I get dates, I can be a little bit off sometimes, but I have been better recently. Recently.
Yes, you're getting them.
Been a bit spot on. Lisa, your granddad had COPD and struggled. Yeah. Oh God, he's still. Hang on.
I know how that feels. I've got it.
Oh, he's still giving it me. Bless him. I shouldn't say would. Somebody on Earth plane must also struggle with the breathing then, because he's not took it off. He's left me feeling really breathless. So you must be able to place for me, please, somebody on Earth plane, Lisa, if this is for you, that would still be struggling with the breathing a little bit. I know Jean and myself are at the minute because the weather changes and it does it does affect us. Okay, what else have I got? Lisa can't take the 27th. All right then. Okay. I'm just hearing tick, 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 tick. So somebody must be watching time tick by. They must be. No, sorry. He's took that back. I've got it wrong. Somebody hasn't got enough hours in the day. So you must be aware of chasing your tail and not being able to get everything done in the day because you're busy with this, that, and the other, even though we're sort of in this strange lockdown situation. You must still have a lot going on where you don't feel like you can achieve anything. You're running like a hamster on a wheel, going round and round and round. No, Lisa, if you can't take the 27th and the George, then it mustn't be for you, sweetheart. You need to be able to take the package. All right. Okay. What else are you giving me? A lady's just stepped in alongside him as well, and the lady, as she's connecting with me, I feel like she's You can't see that hand. She's not a very tall lady at all. A nice covering, she's telling me. Cuddly is the word she used, actually. I was cuddly, love. So she was a cuddly lady. And she's also telling me that she was placid, kind, caring. She's not modest either. But woe betide you if you crossed this lady, because she would have you. She would take you down. And that's her words. I'd take you down. But she's telling me that whoever this is for on Earth plane needs a bit of that fire, that spark, that don't mess with me. I'm gonna stand up for myself, and you're not gonna get the best of me. If nobody can take these lovely people, then I'll have to ask them to step back a little bit, and then we'll try. Julie can understand it all. Well, Julie, if you can take it, love, you take it. And I'm not getting much else with it, really, because I wasn't sure I was on the link. But this chap just jumped straight in and wasn't going to let me say anything else until I'd offered the evidence that I'd got. But I'll leave the love of spirit with you, Julie, and say God bless and thank you. Thank you for taking what you could.
Sorry, just before, if I press that chat, that live feed, can I see what's coming up again?
Yeah.
Hang on then, because I've got the message to follow after you.
You found it?
Yep. Right. When you gave that gentleman out, Tony, what I got, and that you come so clear, is either somebody likes trains or they've been on a train journey, or they're looking for a train journey, because while you were talking, I could hear the trains. So I do know somebody either wants to go on a train journey or there's something to do with trains. Okay. I do feel at some point, I've got one, Samantha, Tony, my granddad was called George.
Yeah.
But can they take everything else? Oh,
Samantha, can you take
I've got the
rest
trains.
of them? The 27th of a month, and the breathing difficulties as well. It's got to be a package.
But I've got the trains, so I do know, and I can understand where somebody, when they were younger, would have had a train track, or they would have had, built up a train, because
set.
Because that's what they're showing me. And the gentleman, as you were saying, would have been, I would have said it, nearly 6 foot, because I'm going quite tall and I'm going quite broad with this gentleman. And I've got to say, quite knowledgeable. I don't know if it's the same gentleman, Tony, but I've got that it's quite knowledgeable. You could ask him things. And I know whoever it is would have liked a crossword, or very good at crosswords and things like that, because that's how they're coming in and they're talking to me. Now, the lady, as you were saying, would have been... Thank you, Samantha. The lady, Tony, I don't know if it's the same one. Hi, Julie. The lady you said about Sowai, didn't you? Rounded.
Yeah, she's not very...
Cuddly. Sorry, cuddly.
She's just said it again. Cuddly.
But she's making me aware that she wouldn't like ladies in trousers. Ladies had to wear a dress or a skirt. Trousers weren't for ladies, she said, no matter what she were like. So I don't know if it's the same person, but it feels as though we could be connected, Tony.
Yeah.
But she wouldn't wear trousers. She was very nice. She did say what she had to say, but she didn't hold that grudge.
No.
She said it, that were it. I've gone, I've done it. And this is how she were. I don't know if it's the same lady or if it's someone different. She would have left an handbag, and it would have been an old handbag with a little butterfly clip. And there also would have been a purse inside she left as well, with some coppers in it. And I've got to say coppers because there were no notes, it were all change. And so there would have been some money left in an handbag as well. So I hope anybody can take that. I've got Irene. Now, I'm not saying Irene's her, but I'm hearing the word Irene as well. And also I've got the 13th. the 13th, she's telling me, and I'm going to either the 13th of June or July, because it's the J. It could be January because I've got J. So it's the 13th of one of them months, what begin with J. See if anybody can take that before I continue. Because it's not supposed to be the same
Samantha says
person.
her uncle worked on the trains.
Yeah, I saw that.
Alberta says my cousin was called George. His brother got hit by a train and passed away.
I know there was something with a train, but there's got to be a train. Somebody's made a train set, or there's something where, because I'm seeing the old trains, you know, the old trains, the steam trains. Somebody would have still got one of these, because they're showing me this, so I'm not quite sure if that fits.
No.
Because I still feel as though I've got a train, a steam train, what somebody's still got. Julie can take it all. Right then, if you could take it all, then that's fine. But I've got some beautiful carnations, and I've got the pinks and the whites. I can't quite see a red, but I've got the pinks and the whites. And I don't know about my things, as you know, but gypsophilia, that's that little thing, isn't it?
White.
With bobbles on.
Lots of,
Yeah.
And there'd be a posy. So somebody was either a bridesmaid or they had a posy made for a wedding with all these carnations and gypsophilia with the nice pink ribbons coming down. I can see it's beautiful. So can you understand that, Julie? Because I'm going to move on.
Yeah. Julie's mum's favourite flowers.
Carnations. Thank you, Julie. I'll say God bless, sweetheart, and I'll move you on to Irene then, if you can take it all. And thank you so much. Can anybody else understand it though, Tony?
Not yet.
Right.
But hi, Sophie. Sophie Owens just said she's new, first time watching.
Hi, Sophie.
Hi, Sophie.
And
right,
hi, Ben Drain. I've just seen Ben Drain go up. Sorry.
Send me a request,
It's
Ben.
okay. Hi, Ben. The only thing that I can add to that is whoever had this train set, I've got somebody who was a keen train spotter, because I've got somebody stood here with me that's watching the trains go by, and he's writing the numbers and the train down like they used to do in the book. They used to, like take car numbers and that. They used to also do train spotting as well, but that's all I've got with this, sweetheart. I've got nothing else with it, just the memory of the trains, that's all.
Right.
That's fine.
Okay.
I've got.
So,
Are you all right? Sure.
Yeah,
it's all right,
no,
because I've just heard a lady shouting, and this lady wouldn't be very big at all, quite small in height, quite slender, bless her. I bet she might have only been 5 foot, something like that, really small, petite. And she said, I wished she had to get on a stool to do things, and she's having a laugh, so you can understand that. She would have to laugh, because I couldn't reach into my cupboards. And she's talking about this, and she's on about, she says, I've got to get on a stool. Things were too high. And she's on about she really kept everything going until last minute. She says it were only the last, I don't know, month or so where things hit her, and then it hit her big time, where everything just seemed to have, she had a meltdown, she said. Everything started to close down. She says, I don't feel as though she would have passed at home. I feel as though there was ambulance there, but she didn't get to hospital. I don't feel that. I could be wrong, but I don't feel she got to hospital. The ambulance was there, because she just sounds a bit like me, bless her. I didn't see if they were good looking. So I know she would have been that type of person where she would have had a laugh, and she would have liked to have seen who were nice. I've got to say, she was a modern nan. She would have been a modern nan. Not like my nan were an old-fashioned nan. She was a modern nan. And this is how she's coming in. And she's talking about somebody's dyed their hair or done something to the hair, and it's not gone quite right. Can anybody understand this? She's making me laugh. I can't say
Nobody's
what
come
she's
up
just.
yet, but
She's just making me laugh. She says, because why muck about with it? Why muck about with your hair? So she were one of these, what, if it were going to go like me, it's going to go and that's it.
yeah.
She's
It'll do
showing me
whatever colour it needs to be.
Yeah, she's showing me the sponge rollers though. So we are going back. So that might be a great nan, where they used to put the sponge rollers in and then them little clips.
Yeah.
Because I can see, I'm not saying it's there, but I can see where they had a perm, because I can see them putting these sponges in and papers in between perm thing, and I can smell solution. So I know that if it's not this lady, another lady would have always had a perm, because I can
Deborah
smell
Adams says her Auntie Anne was tiny.
She was tiny. Was she?
Would you understand the perm then, Deborah?
Or someone who had a perm.
Or someone linked who would always have had a... I'm seeing one of those tight... Is it called a pin perm or something, where it's like tiny, really tight?
Yeah, that's what these curlers did.
Yeah, really, really tight perm.
I've got it.
Yeah.
And I can smell the solution. So I know it's got to be connected because I can smell this. And this lady says, bless her, so somebody in the family's got to be small like her, because she's having a bit of a laugh. She says, I bet they have same trouble when the supermarket can't get the stuffs off the shelves and they have to ask or take somebody a bit taller. She's lovely. She's so nice.
Deborah says her auntie was a size 2 shoe.
Oh, small.
That is petite, isn't it?
Yeah, so she's kiddie shoes. You can get them cheaper. So she's got to be small in the height then and everything.
Yeah, Deborah says, yes, she had a perm as well.
Right, thank you, because I've got to say, Deborah, a lovely lady, but it's just where she's coming in. And she's talking about the bath. She's keep telling me all sorts about herself, where she couldn't get a leg, bless her, over at Bath. It got as though she couldn't get a leg over the bath. So she's having a laugh, so I don't know if she meant when she was well, she struggled, or when she got older, she struggled to get a leg over the bath. And that's what she's on about. She's, I like to bath, but I struggled to get my leg over the bath. So it ended up with a shower. She's on about it, but I did like my bath. And she's coming in with that. I've got strawberries and cream, so I know strawberries and cream means something, or somebody likes strawberries and cream, because she's fetching that in. She says, but it had to be proper cream, not this whip stuff, she says. It's got to be proper cream. So she's on about that as well. I do know September means something, because she keeps taking me to September. And I know we're going around the 12th of September. We're going around the 12th of September, because she's making that clear as well. She's already saying Merry Christmas. So I do know she must have liked Christmas, but she's saying Merry Christmas already. She's lovely. Oh, bless you. Lovely. Honest, she's a lovely lady, and she really liked Christmas. She got her hands in and made stuff at Christmas, she's telling me. She says, I made stuff. So I'm talking about pastries and, the jam tarts and the
cakes. And
then more horrible things with fruity stuff in. Mince pies.
I love a mince pie.
She says she made them. But you can understand, Deborah, then, darling, if you can understand it all, where somebody would make their own pork pie. Somebody made their own pork pie, because she said shops weren't as nice as homemade. I also want to give you a ring, and I'm going to pass on. I've got to give you a ring, sweetheart, as well. I don't feel it could be a wedding ring, but I don't feel that. I feel more of a signet ring. She loved the trifles. Oh, she'll be all right with my hubby then. I don't like them. I've got a ring, sweetheart, so I do know a ring means something, because she's talking about a ring. Oh, I'll have that walnut cake. That's mine. So she's bringing me this in, sweetheart, as well. Thank you. And Deborah, I am going to have to ask, because she's told me it's okay, but are you suffering a little bit, darling, with your thighs? It's as if, I don't know, Tony has sciatica, I don't have it, where things hurt a bit. I've got like a shooting pain going down my leg. I only had it when I was pregnant.
Sounds like sciatica.
Yeah, I've got a shooting pain, sweetheart. If it's not you, it must be this lady. but I'll pass you on to the others. And I've got to say, she is a gem. Oh, I've just got to give you the old peg bag. An old peg bag, what you had on the coat hanger with the little skirt on. So she would have had a peg bag like that, and that would be a memory as well. All right, darling, and I'll leave her love with you. Yeah. I just got pains just while I was sat here. I'll leave you and pass you on to either Tony or Irene, Deborah, and thank you, darling.
Irene, have you got anything?
Right. I've picked up on the psycho in the back because, like Tony, I have a bad back, but mine's different to what Tony's got. I've also got, I don't know if it's you or this lady, but somebody liked their handbags, because I'm being shown a collection of handbags, but these handbags are not modern ones. They're sort of the tiny ones that you used to have, that ladies used to wear on their arm, because they didn't have the ones with the big long handles on. And she's talking about rumbling around in a handbag as though she's looking for something, whatever I don't know if it's something that you've lost, sweetheart, or misplaced, but she's looking around as if she's lost something. So she's not telling me what it is, but she's saying, keep on looking and you'll find whatever it is that you've lost. Can I give you the name of John, sweetheart? I know it's a common name, but she's given me the name of John, and now she's okay, sweetheart. All right. She's taking me back to her handbags again, and she's talking about a small one, like an evening bag where you just held in your hand, and she's talking about going somewhere posh, because she's talking about a glittery dress that she had. So I don't know if this is her going out, or if you've got something coming up where you're going to get dressed up. But she's saying that there is going to be an invitation on the way for you, sweetheart, to go somewhere where you have to put your posh frock on. I had that last night as well. But she comes with a lot of love for you, sweetheart. And I've got to give you some roses from this lady, darling. I've got to give you some roses. And she's just saying, just take care with your back and rest when you can, sweetheart. So don't overstretch yourself, and don't overdo it, because you could make your problem a little bit worse. And I'll leave that with you, sweetheart, and pass you on to Tony.
Bless you. Thank you very much. Deborah, I haven't got a lot else on top of what my colleagues here have just said to you, other than as she stood in front of me, she showed me, and I don't mean this disrespectfully at all, but Hilda Ogden, who used to be in Coronation Street, with her overall on. And it's the overall she's showing me, so you would understand where she had a button-up, like, overall that she would wear to do a bits of jobs around the house. She's also telling me that you feel like you have work to do, and Spirit are going to support you in that work going forward. I don't know whether she's talking about spiritual work or what type of work she's talking about, but I'm just getting that Spirit are supporting you in your journey going forwards from here. So, right, okay. She's talking about the 5. So I don't know whether she's talking about 5 children or 5 grandchildren, but there must be 5 in the family. So she's acknowledging that as well. And she's also acknowledging the 2 that are with her. So, and I feel she's talking about 2 gentlemen that are with her in spirit world that she's bringing forward for you, please. And also, as she is pulling back a bit, she was just telling me that she has the dog, and I feel it's a medium-sized dog, because as I'm sitting in my chair, I can just put my hand on its back as it stood next to me. So we're looking at a lab-sized dog. I'm not saying it is a lab, but it's a lab-sized dog. So she's brought that dog forward for you as well, sweetheart. And when we get dogs from spirit, for us, it's a sign of love, loyalty, and protection from the spirit world. And I will leave that with you, darling. Thank you very much. Hi, Mum. I've just seen my mum's name going up the screen.
Hi, Mummy. Hi, Mummy.
So,
Hi, Mum. I don't know who you
Yeah.
are, but hi, Mum.
Josie Dren.
Can
Josie
I
Dren.
just say, because I haven't actually, I don't know who I'm talking to yet, it's so funny, but they've given me the fairground and I'm singing that song, That'll Be the Day When You Say Goodbye. So that song means something.
Buddy
But
Holly.
it's something, somebody must either met somebody on the fairground or knew somebody who worked on the fairground, because I'm seeing the waltzer and the dodgems and stuff like that. And as I'm talking now, I can feel who's coming in. I can't see them, but I can feel them, which is unusual. And I've got a gentleman, not very tall, quite slender, and I do think that he worked on the fairground as well, he's telling me. So I don't know if where this all fits in, but it's something to do with the fairground. And they met somebody. That's how they met the partner at a fairground, it's just said. But I've got waltzers and I'm going dizzy. I've got waltzer and speed bumps and them horses what went round, and one of them, what he's showing me as well, not just the fast rides. Somebody would have gone on them swing boats. So we've got a memory.
Shuggy boats.
Yeah, we've got a memory here. So we've got to go with somebody's got a memory of the fair. Because it's only way I can see it. It's a memory. So I hope somebody could. Bless him. And as he's talking here, he's got to say, I know it's for somebody because he's on about. Oh, thank you. Mum. So can you understand, sweetheart, why they're talking about the gentleman here who's not very old, comes across with a bit of a Jack the lad. He likes to laugh with everybody. Oh, also sent me sick. But this gentleman who's down here now would be a bit like, as always, Mr. Hard, but he's a marshmallow and he's got quite a lot of tattoos because they're making me aware of the tattoos. But this gentleman's on the earth plane with the tattoos because they're telling me about him. It's so funny because he's coming across as though, no, it bothers me. But he does. He's a big marshmallow. Put him in front of Lassie come home and he'd cry. Is that type of person they're talking about? Can you understand this as well, sweetheart? The lady who said her mum worked on the waltzer.
She hasn't come back yet, but I'll let you know as soon as she does.
Yeah, because they're telling me about him. They said, but it comes across like that, but put him Lassie on, and he'd cry, not saying Lassie, but he's that type of person. Oh, thank you. Because they're just making me laugh. So can you understand, sweetheart, where at the minute you're feeling as though you're on a waltzer? So you're going round and round, and I've got to say waltz because that's how they're showing me the waltzer, and it's as if the pennies aren't counting up, because it's as if where they're explaining it's all symbolic, and I hope you understand what symbolic is, but it's as if I've lost my pennies on that waltzer, so it's as if I'm trying to get everything together and you're wanting to save for something, and at the minute nothing seems to be coming right. We're all spending more money on food and stuff like that, whether we're saving on something else. But it's as if you're trying to save for something, sweetheart, but it's adding all them pennies together. Can you understand that, love? Because it's as if I'm getting money, spinning. It's just spinning. I'll keep going. Thank you. So can I give you May as well, darling? But I've got May as the month, but there's a May somewhere as well. The name May, but I've got to give you May the month. And I want to take you around about the 22nd 22nd, they're drawing a circle around it. I'm doing you, Tony. They're drawing a
Drawing a
circle around the 20 May, the month, May the name, and the 22nd. But I'm not saying the 22nd's May, but that means something. And I've got to take you to Bonfire, sweetheart, November the 5th. There's a big memory around November the 5th, because I'm seeing the fireworks going off. But I feel as though there might have been an argument, not just fireworks in the sky. I feel as though somebody could have blown the top. Thank you. Can you understand the fireworks, darling, at bonfire night as well? I can see it's as if I'm exploding. And there's all these sparks coming out top of my head.
Bless you.
Bless you. Thank you, sweetheart. I'll pass on.
Oh, sorry. No, it was the wrong
What
one.
was that? Oh. That were a quick flish flack.
Amanda knows a May who's passed, and her birthday is the 5th of the 11th.
That's bonfire night, isn't it? But she can't take the rest.
No.
They need to be able to take the fair because it's the fairground what came in first. But thank you, love. But one of these may be able to carry on. But it came in with the fairground. And a new carpet, sweetheart. They've just shown me a new carpet. I know. I was just going. They're showing me a new carpet. The first one, a new carpet or a new rug. There's a new carpet or a new rug that you've seen and you'd like. And I've got David Essex. David Essex means something.
Mm-hmm. David Essex.
David Essex.
Still.
Yeah. He was in a film about a fairground.
Was it? Well, that's why they've given me David Essex then.
Yeah.
And I'll leave that with you, Tony.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, love, but yeah, you can continue.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I've got Jean's, they've just ordered a bedroom carpet.
Right, thank you.
So that's where the carpet fits in. I've got the... Oh, gosh, go on. I got the 22nd, when you said the 22nd, Jean, and I can smell candy floss, and it's that sweet, it's making me feel a bit...
I don't like candy floss, that's
sickly.
Something else. A gape.
Then I got the forget-me-nots as well. So I feel that's symbolic for somebody's spirit side of life saying, we want to be remembered, and I know we don't forget them when they've passed to spirit, but they're just here to be remembered. And I feel this is a gentleman that's connecting with me, that's giving me these forget-me-nots. So he's coming in just to be remembered, and I feel he connects with a grandma figure. So I would say this gentleman's a grandfather figure. And go on, my head's gone. I've got a stroke condition down on the right hand side of my body because my right arm feels really heavy, and I feel like I'm dribbling out the corner of my mouth on the right hand side. So would you be able to understand, please, a stroke condition with somebody in spirit? And and I know Jean was talking about the saving up and putting money together for different things, but this gentleman's just saying, look after the pennies and the pounds will take care of themselves, sweetheart. So he's just saying, just don't stress about it. Just, slowly catch your monkey, and we'll get there, love. We'll get there, love, because he's here supporting, as the lovely lady is that Jean was talking about. I haven't got much else for you, sweetheart, but he's bringing the fairground theme back, and he's given me one of those huge sugar dummies. Yeah. Made out of that stuff that they used to put round toffee apples. He's given me one of them for you, sweetheart. I know he's not saying you've got you need to put a dummy in it, but he's bringing that in for a bit of a joke. So I will leave the love of spirit with you, and I'll see if our Irene over there's got anything for you.
Hello, sweetie. Right. As Tony's just said, I've got a huge smell of toffee apple and candy floss and all the fairground things that go with that. And yeah, really sweet and sickly, but you can't help but love it. I know that our Jean don't like candy floss, but
makes me sick again.
Right. Oh dear. Right. Whoever your brother, he absolutely loved the fair, and my son used to work on the fair, and he worked actually for Proctor's as well. So, but I just get the feeling that there's somebody down here that also that is close to you, that also loves the fair and wants to continue going, and they can't help themselves. They've got to keep going and not stay away. So I don't know if that's somebody in the family that's going to follow in his footsteps about the fairground. But there's also, if it's not you, there's somebody else around you who absolutely hates the fair and won't go near one. So you've got the both ends there. And I know that Jean mentioned that you sort of like a spinning wheel and going round and round, and it's just sort of, I don't know, there's something with you that's a situation that you can't control or that is out of your control. It will come right, sweetheart. It will come right. It's just a case of giving it time. And that's all I've got for you, darling. But thank you so much for working with us. God bless.
God bless.
Can the young girl who said her nan died on the 5th of the 11th, is she still on screen?
I can't remember who that was.
I don't know what they called her.
Probably.
I can't. Well, I'll just give you what I've got, and if she's on screen, she'd be able to pick it up, won't she? Because I know she said her nan died on the 5th of the 11th November, bonfire.
Was that not
bonfire night?
Yeah, bonfire night. She died on bonfire night. She passed away. So anyway, what she's saying, darling, is that she were ready, and you understand that. She said she was ready. She'd done what she could. I know she weren't very, very old, because they are living older today, but she said she was tired.
It was Amanda Hurst, and her birthday was bonfire.
Birthday, sorry. No, they were passing. Sorry, no, that don't fit then. I do apologise. This is somebody who passed bonfire.
Yeah, 5th, 11th, my birthday, G.
No, that's wrong. I'm just wrong one then. I've got somebody who passed, and I'm not changing it to a birthday. It's totally wrong. That's fine. It's me. But I've got somebody who passed bonfire night, and I'm not changing it to a birthday because she told me she passed bonfire night, but there was a birth at the same time. So, but I don't feel it's the same one. So I do know this lady would have passed bonfire, but there would have been a birth round about the passing as well. But she was ready to go. She was tired. She was ready to go. So I do apologise, darling. But if somebody can pick this up, because this lady's come in and she said this is what it was.
Michelle Beach and Nan passed on bonfire night. Michelle, would you have a birthday around November then?
There's got to be a birthday
around that time.
Yeah, there's a birthday around in November as well. Yeah. Around, because this is what I've got. And this lady's telling me she was tired. She was tired. She got as though she was ready. She was ready. Yeah. She didn't want to go, but her body was telling her, that she was just tired. Can you understand that, sweetheart? And I don't know if I'm no good at ages, and I don't like putting ages on anybody because I get out only 65.
If I'm 65, how old does that make you?
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying.
I'm 27. I'm 27
and
now.
A bit. So can you understand that, sweetheart? Because this is how they're coming in, and I've got to say that. That's all right. I'll just continue a little bit more just in case. And I've got to say, I've got 2 small dogs as well. So I know there's 2 small dogs. I don't know if they're on the earth plane or in the
Yes.
spirit.
There was a birthday and Nan was tired.
Yes, you were tired. There's 2 small dogs, darling. And I've got the 2 small dogs. But I'm not sure if they're on the earth plane or spirit. I'm not sure about that, I'll be honest. But we're not supposed to predict or say anything like that. But there's going to be a nice surprise. Now, I'm not saying what, I'm not predicting. So before you say anything, but there's going to be a nice surprise with all this lockdown. With all this lockdown. It's like when nobody had tellies.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a nice surprise, sweetheart, which it will be a surprise. And that's coming in for you as well. But no predictions. And I've got to say, darling, that you're very much happy bunch. I've got to say that because I don't know how old you are or anything, but I've got the Brady bunch. Now, we're all going back with Brady bunch. But there were this family what were all perfect, weren't they?
Yeah, he had three boys and she had 3 girls and they got together.
Yeah, I'm not saying you did that, but you're a loving, close-knit family. And that's how I've got to put you together, sweetheart, because Nan's saying that that's what she likes about it. That, yeah, you'll have your moments, but you are united. And that's how she's putting it, love. But I will leave you because I don't know if Irene and Tony's got to say something, but I had to get this across to the right person because this lady was here.
Irene, have you got anything to pick up on that? Because I've got a different link coming in and it's getting me a bit... I'm not quite sure where it's going.
Right. Okay. No, unfortunately, hang on a minute.
That's fine.
No, I'm sorry, Michelle. I haven't got anything for you, sweetheart. I do apologise.
No problem.
Sorry.
No problem. I have a younger person coming in, and this person is talking to me about the fact that he had some quite dark times prior to his passing, and that his own thoughts, deeds, and actions led to the method of his transition. He's talking to me about the fact that it just got to a point where he couldn't be here any longer, so he crossed. He's talking about the fact that now he knows there were other people around who were trying to support and uplift and help, but he didn't feel like he could reach out. Right, okay. He's given me it's a bit two sides of a coin, really, because he's talking to me about the times that he was okay, he was really okay, and he could have a really good time with his friends and go out and enjoy himself, but then he would have these other periods of his life where things were quite dark and he couldn't see a way forward, if that makes sense. He's talking about the gang still gets together, obviously not at the minute, but when the gang gets together, he's there and joins in, even though he's spirit side, but he still comes along. And he's talking about he didn't just have one best friend, he had several best friends, if that makes sense. Can anybody take any of this up to now? Because he's here to tell me that he's fine, and of course we know that the minute they take the last breath here, that the fine, everything is fine when they cross. Is this making sense for anybody that's on the feed? I hope so, because bless him. Right,
Tracy
Tracy.
Jane, I can, but he was 40. And Clive Spencer, I can take 3
I'm not
frames.
getting a sense of how old. I'm 50 several, so that's young to me. He's 40.
Tony, can I just ask something, please?
Yeah.
You know, I know you said he was a young lad, but roughly, have you any idea how tall and how high? Because I've got a feeling, this message is for.
I don't get a lot of physicality.
It's not
Jane.
me. I know I
No,
do,
no.
but that's why I'm asking, because I do.
Right.
And the message isn't mine, but I've got a funny feeling who you've got.
Right, okay. Tracy says that all makes sense.
Right, you go with that then.
Because I don't know how old he was. I just know he feels young now. But like I said, when these dark times weren't on him, he had a really good time and he really enjoyed himself. But I do feel I'm quite broad and a nice build on me, because I'm asking him to come really close. He's talking about this. He just wants to talk about his mates and his family and everything. He's talking about going to pictures and going out and having a real good time and having all my mates around the house and watching. He said videos. That's odd, isn't it? He said we watched videos and, you know, got crisps and all that. Bless him. Whoever this message is for here is talking about a need to, he said recenter, to take stock, to reflect on our life and where we are now, and really plan the next steps in our life. He's also telling me that right, okay, that there's been some bumpiness in the family is how he's making me feel. So things haven't really been settled around the family, if that makes sense, if this is for you, Tracy or Clive. Because he's talking about things haven't been that smooth around the family and we need to just go back to basics around the family, if that makes sense. And refocus, recenter, reevaluate our lives and what we're doing with our lives. Would you please understand that? How can I put this? Where he's talking about somebody. He's reiterating the same thing again, but there must be somebody around you, sweetheart, who is stagnant, and that's the only word I can use because that's how he gave it to me. They're treading water, that they're kicking like mad, but they're not getting anywhere, and it's because they're focusing their energies into the wrong places, if that makes sense, in their lives. What he's shown me is somebody would rather spend 6 hours doing this with a video game than getting up and spend 6 hours doing something, he said, productive. So I'll use his word, productive. A lot of people think playing video games is productive. I have to say, if I start playing games on my Xbox, I can get lost and time can fly. But also, darling, would you understand where there's we're not medical and I don't like predicting, but something like something's not in balance. I don't know if this is like a diabetes type thing where maybe the levels aren't quite what they're supposed to be or something like this. But if you know where this is, could you please just check, because something's just not quite right. I'm not saying there's anything major, but something just needs tweaking, if that makes sense. All right, darling. He's pulling away from me a little bit now, darling, but he's just making me want to say that. Sorry, Tracy, I wasn't saying it's video games, but it's somebody's channeling energy somewhere, and it should be somewhere else to help them to go forward in their life. The example he gave me for my terms of reference was, and Clive didn't take that as well. Okay. I want to be around July for a birthday anniversary or a passing, and I also want to be around the 5th of a month, or the number. Make your mind up, is it the 5th of the month or is it number 5? Because they showed me a calendar with the 5th on, and then they showed me a number 5 above Jean's head.
Could be both.
So I think it is. I think there is both. So, all right, darling.
Excuse me.
Okay. And 3 in a family. I don't know if this is, I don't know, but there's 3 connected to a family that he wants to acknowledge as well, sweetheart. He is pulling away from me, darling, but as he is leaving me, I've got to give you a big bouquet of flowers, and he wants you to split them up and pass his love amongst everybody who you know he needs it. Okay, darling? And I'll see if any of my...
I haven't.
No, that's fine.
Because I was
that's fine.
No, because I was thinking of someone else, just see, so I got...
Right. Who am I with? Tracy, aren't I? Hello, Tracy, sweetheart.
Oh, she's
really,
just said he left 3 brothers. Yeah, he left 3 brothers.
There you go,
Right.
bless him.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I have a feeling that this gentleman suffered terrible with depression, because he's making my head go all dark and blank, and I just don't know which way to turn. I don't know which way I'm going, and I don't know who to turn to. This is the feeling that he's giving me. It was all mixed up inside, bless him, and he wanted help, but he didn't know where to go or who to see about it, sweetheart. And in one sort of way, he was crying out for help, but the help didn't seem to come, or it was very slow in coming. And then somebody had to sort out the right kind of help for him. And again, it was slow coming in. And he's saying that perhaps if he'd have had the help earlier, then what happened might not have happened. I'm not going to open it up anymore, sweetheart, because we're on a live feed and it's your business. But he just wants you to know that he loves you all very, very much. He really does, and is quite emotional now, bless him. And he just wants you to know that he's okay now. And that is important, because he's telling me that somebody's been saying prayers, somebody's been asking questions, and somebody is trying to find out if he went home to spirit okay, and if anybody came for him. He didn't go alone, sweetheart. Somebody was stood waiting for him, darling, and he just wants you to know that he just watches you from spirit, and he keeps tight in with the family. And if you sense him there, or sometimes you'll have things that move, or your pictures will go crooked, or you might not be able to find your car keys, it's this young man letting you know that he's around, sweetheart. And so if you get the smell, or the door suddenly opens, or you hear footsteps on the stairs, he's taking me to his bedroom. I don't know if there was something that he liked to spend time in his bedroom, but he's taking me to his bedroom, and he's just saying that sometimes that was his safe haven, because he felt he could do things in his bedroom where he couldn't anywhere else. But he just wants you to know, darling, that he's absolutely fine now. He's back to his normal jolly self now that he's accepted the fact that he is in spirit. But he does come round you in visitation. He comes a lot, sweetheart. So I'm going to leave that with you, darling, with all his love for working with us. Night and God bless.
Can I just jump in, because he's saying that one of his mates had already was in spirit. He got a mate in spirit.
Yeah.
And this is what he's saying. I'm not saying what the mate went with or anything. He's not telling me, but he just said I met up with my mate in spirit. So I don't know if his mate was around him, and that helped him along. But he met his mate, so I hope that helps you, Tracy, as well, because that's what he's telling me. I know he was only a young lad, but he took a lot of pride in himself. No matter what were going on,
he did.
What happened, he still had time to take pride in himself.
Yeah, he had a mate in spirit. Tracy just said yes.
Because I got a mate, my mate were there, and I've got to say, sweetheart, I'm not saying he's a drinker by all means, nothing like that. But for some reason, sweetheart, there must be a birthday or something coming up, because he's giving me a pint. And it's not an half, I've got a pint. And he's just saying, everybody's saying neck it. That's an old name. Well, he wants you to have a nice pint for him, darling.
Yeah.
I'm not saying...
I'll have a drink of water.
I'm not saying
he was always
not saying, but he was very smart, and I've got to say he could have spent more time. I'm sorry, he's just jumped in. He would have spent more time doing his hair than sometimes a woman could. I'm not saying he had a load, but he really did take time and pride in himself.
He did.
No matter what were going off. And as much, I know what Tony and Irene said and everything, love, but he did keep a lot more inside. Because he's saying not everything
his
came out.
His 40th was a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Well, there you are.
So he was quite a bit younger when he passed then, wasn't he?
But he's just saying he kept a lot inside, Tracy. I know times come up, but can I just say, sweetheart, that nothing could have done anything, because he did hide a lot. And he's saying, yeah, I did hide a lot. Not everything came out.
No.
Nothing, and it never will. He said it will never come out, how we were feeling. But he's safe, and like Irene says, and Tony is around. He's not going to be far. Don't be afraid, love, to ask him if you need help, because he says sometimes you've needed that bit of security and that bit of help. He says, I'm a stone throw away.
Yeah.
I can be here quicker than I could if I come in the car. All right, darling, come to time. I am going to say good night and God bless, and I'll leave his love with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we have come to time. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been nice to have so many of you on the feed. I'll close in prayer, and then I'll go through the notices for the next week, if that's all right. So if we could bow our heads and join in the silence, please, my friends. Heavenly Father, divine gracious Lord, thank you for allowing us to spend this time together in your name tonight. Father, we are eternally grateful that our loved ones can come close to give us messages of truth, proof of love and upliftment. Father, I ask that the veil be now closed between the two realms, and that everything is returned to you with love, honour and glory. Any energy that we've created tonight in this time we've spent together, could it go around the world to the places you know it's needed the most, Father, to those who are suffering in mind, body and spirit, to those who take their transition to your realm tonight. May there be light and love to guide them safely home, and love, comfort and support for those who are left behind to grieve for them. Father, I ask that healing also go out around the world tonight, because the world seems to be in turmoil at the moment, and I think the world just needs your calming influence around it now, Lord. And now I'm back to you, all that's rightfully yours. Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from our fears. May angels guard us while we sleep till morning light appears. Amen.
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 Right. Tomorrow at 2:00, I'm doing a chat with Des Beaumont, who is the medium at Pastures Green Church. last week. That's Tuesday. On Wednesday at 11 a.m, I've got a chat with the lovely Jason Rothwell, who's going to be the medium on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock at Pastures Green. Then on Thursday, Tara Rice will be the medium for Little Port Christian Spiritualist Society. That brings us to Friday, when we'll be here again. And then, yay!
Yay!
And then that'll take us to Sunday, when we will be
Jazz
here
hands.
again. And during the week, we'll get together and have a chat or a Facebook Messenger chat about when we can maybe think about getting the photo services that we're talking about. You know, the one where we were talking about taking photographs of items of clothing, and also another photo service, photos of people who are past, not people who are still here, because that gets very confusing. So we'll sort that out over the week, and then we'll give you those dates as well at one of our later services. I think that's everything. Oh, Grimsby Church on Saturday. The lovely
Saturday the 27th. I got it wrong. I do apologise.
Oh,
it's
there
Saturday
you
the
go.
27th.
So it's not this
But
week.
yes,
So it's not this
no,
week.
it's a week on Saturday. I do
Can I
apologise, Tony.
Can I just say, Tony, we might be able to get to Caravan before then.
Yeah, we might, if we were in Ireland.
Are you going to leave me alone on my own? Thank you. Thank you. I thought you were my friends.
No, we looked at it. We looked at it wrong. If it was in Ireland,
We'd be
not
able to go back to the caravan.
it's not
But
England.
not in England.
It's not the UK.
No.
Oh.
But I do know that the caravan companies are putting pressure on the government to try and get it brought in line. But fingers crossed, I'll be able to get to the caravan. Well, that's our service for tonight.
Apparently, Tony, some campsites, some caravan sites, and some camping sites are going to be open around about the 3rd of July. I heard it tonight on the news.
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
that, but somebody's opening earlier.
So Ireland's opening on the 26th of June.
Well, right.
And we got it wrong. We thought it was here, and we were all excited when we first came on, me and Jean. Right. Thank you again, everybody. We do really appreciate you spending this time with us.
Lovely.
And we hope to see you all again really soon. And good night and God bless from all of us.
Good night,
everyone.
Keep safe.
Good night.
Keep safe.
Good night.